Let's browse my comic book haul for November 2021. Hey everyone, it's vmcampos Comic Book Fan, and welcome to the latest episode of the vmcampos Comic Book Club. It's that time of the month where I pick up a bunch of comic books. I go to my local comic shops, get the books that I'm subscribed to, and show them off here. So I'm going to show you all of the number ones with variant covers. Let's start off with Marvel. So I picked up, this is a variant cover by Peach Momoko, and you can't quite tell what is this comic by the cover. You have to look at the back, and even on the back it's confusing. But here it says something about Stormbreakers, Peach Momoko, and if we look at the back, this is Strange Academy presents The Death of Doctor Strange, Stormbreakers, the next generation of elite artists. So it's issue number 1, variant cover number 3. So this is the this is the Doctor Strange event that's going on at Marvel from Strange Academy, and it's the Peach Momoko variant cover. I haven't read the book yet, but is Venom showing up to hang out with the youngsters of the Strange Academy? Maybe. Beautiful Peach Momoko art. Although the interiors are from Mike Del Mundo, and I love his art. I've loved his covers and his art, so he's doing interiors for this. I can't wait to read it. Next up, not exactly in issue number 1, even though it's right there on the cover because it's Legacy number 201. Here we have Venom number 1, volume 7, 6, I don't know what it is by now, but this is a variant cover number 5 by John Romita Jr. And this is kind of a cool layout because we've got the building, just a stark black shape of the building. Venom, with kind of too many tendrils for my taste. But then we've got Venom with the big old tongue that he always has great dates with. So it's the brand new Venom series, again volume something after some big old events featuring the King of the Symbiotes. Are you a Venom fan? Have you been a fan of him since way back in Amazing Spider-Man 300? Or are you a real fan from Amazing Spider-Man 298? Tell me in the comments. Moving over to DC Comics, I love this cover. It's not an issue number 1, but it's a cool variant cover for Static Shock Season 1, number 4. This is a cardstock cover, and this, of course, should look very reminiscent. This is a take on the classic Akira artwork. And then here we've got, to really sell it, we've got Static in Japanese, Static. And this is a beautiful painted cover, so this is the continuation of the Milestoneverse. It's been very enjoyable, taking the classic characters from the 90s and bringing them to the new millennium with great effect. Marvel isn't the only book where we can have youngsters learning to be superheroes. We also got Teen Titans Academy. This is issue number 7. I read the first couple of issues. I wanted to keep reading it, but budgets are budgets, so I'm going to stop. But I had to pick up here this variant cover, cardstock variant cover, cover B. This is a Steve Lieber, Marissa Louise cover featuring these apes. Remember the JL Ape event from a few years ago? Well, it's back. We have some cool halftone effects on the cover, and this is Lieber and Marissa after Infantino. At Image, I picked up Ant number 1. After picking up number 12, which ended the previous volume or something, and then Eric Larson claimed, I guess, full ownership of the character. They're starting off with a brand new issue number 1, and yep, taking it in the direction that Larson wants himself. So it's issue number 1. I got, it's a very subtle variant cover, although it is 0015. It's just got the Marvel Comics inspired Image Comics group trade dress at the top there, with all of Ant's very shiny suit. This is very interesting. One more Image book. This is Phenomics. Yeah, I think that's what we're trying to say. This is very interesting for a few reasons. This is a John Leguizamo co-written book. John Leguizamo's entry into comic books with his character and story and such. But also it's a Todd McFarlane variant cover. So McFarlane co-cover here. I think it's some cool action. It's reminiscent of that classic Flash cover. And then we've got, they look like lasers, but then there's bullets bouncing off like this one off of his butt. And yeah, to be honest, it doesn't quite look very McFarlane-esque because there's no capes, I guess. But if you look at the face, that's a McFarlane face. The body, maybe, but definitely that's a McFarlane face. And so here's a John Leguizamo written comic book. So that's cool. Actors getting into comic books, that's always fun. Moving over to IDW, we have, if you can't get enough of the Last Ronin, here we have Design Archive. So this has been the hot series envisioning the future tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles where everyone's dead except one. And by now you know who it is. This book's been out for a long time. It's kind of funny to see that this is Nickelodeon backed over here, even though it's a very mature type of book. Now this is not an actual story. It is just a lot of cool behind the scenes sketches and just lots of cool stuff all about the world of this future TMNT. So this is really cool. It's reminiscent of course, issue number 1 cover. So at first I thought it was going to be like, you know, the 6th printing or whatever of issue number 1. I've got the other printings. But this is kind of actually really cool, which has got a lot of behind the scenes. The whole book's just behind the scenes stuff. That's cool. If you can't get enough of the Slaughterverse, here's another one to enjoy. House of Slaughter, from the world of Something is Killing the Children. This is number 1. Now, this is number 1, 2nd printing, actually, but it's also the foil printing, if you can see there. And if you know anything about the channel, you know I love gimmick covers. Give me those 90s gimmick covers. So I like it when they do some of these. Yeah, art variant covers are cool, but give me foil. Make it embossed with a hologram or 2, glow in the dark, and a gatefold, plus a poster inside. And don't tear out that coupon for number 0. Give me it all. One more Boom book. Okay, this is a matter regarding the matter of Oswald's body, number 1. Now, this is a variant cover. This is an FOC variant cover. So it's number 5 variant cover. And I think when I pre-ordered it, it didn't have the art yet. It was just unlockable FOC variant cover. So of course FOMO is what FOMO does, and I got it. I kind of don't love it. I don't love this cover. The regular cover I love. Now this is a cover. This is a plain old regular cover number 1, very evocative. I just love the black and white noir aspect of it. Love this cover. Probably gonna sell this one on Whatnot. Hey, that's a plug for Whatnot. Find me on Whatnot. Get that app where people are selling comics live. So you get to hang out with me live as we talk comics and as I sell comics, usually starting at $1. So this FOC cover is gonna be there for sale. I'm not loving it, but if you're into variants and all of that, get on Whatnot and join me. Speaking of variants, let's move over to Dynamite and let's look at Nick's TMNT variant. Army of Darkness TMNT variant. Vampirella TMNT variant. So if all of these are reminiscent of something, well, these are all in the style of the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, with that cool Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird style. So Vampirella number 25, final issue. We have the title of the book plus the classic weapon in the logo with a little bit of blood, which of course comes from Frank Miller's Ronin. And then we have Army of Darkness issue number 3, is it, I believe? Yeah, it's issue number 3. This is cover L. This one over here is cover number ZC. So there's more than 26 different variant covers for the final issue of the Vampirella series. And this is, these two were also kind of FOC unlockables and such. And this is Nick's number 1. It's kind of funny that the title is so simple, so it's kind of weird how it looks there. Army of Darkness. Oh, I just noticed there's no weapon with blood on this one. And the Vampirella has weapon with blood. Nick's has weapon with blood. This one says here that this is FOC inventive cover number O, not number, letter. And this one is FOC bonus cover L. And this one, as I said, is FOC bonus ZC. Find these on Whatnot very soon for good prices, or maybe they'll stay in my collection. They're pretty fun. Just really cool to see that homage to TMNT number 1. Now, to fully cement the whole look of these, they should have also been magazine-sized, which is what the original Turtles was. They thought they were going to print it as regular comic size, but the printer didn't have much experience printing comics, just magazines, so the original TMNT number 1 through 4, I believe, are oversized, and then they get to a regular size. Now you tell me which of these 3 is your favorite. And also it's really cool, the red, the blue, and the yellow, or is that cyan, magenta, and yellow plus K? Tell me which one you like the best in the comments. Actually, one more Dynamite book. I got Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 1. Yes, there was a cosplay variant cover. I didn't pick it up this time because I really love this Rose Besh cover. I just love Rose's art. I don't know how much art they've worked on previously, but I've started to see their art recently and I'm loving it. So I picked up Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 1, Rose Besh cover. Did someone say Agretsuko? Here we have Out of the Office number 1. This is variant cover number 2. This one's everyone's favorite karaoke-loving office worker. I love that art. So relatable with that karaoke as well. What's your favorite karaoke song to sing? Give me something easy like Blitzkrieg Bop and I'm there. But what about you? Tell me in the comments. Give still got Archie Horror Comics. Here's Chilling Adventures in Sorcery number 1. This is a one-shot. There was previously the Madam Satan one-shot, and here is another one of these one-shots. We got a bunch of creators here, very cool interior art, just more Archie comics, but in the world of horror. I'm glad that Sabrina is back. Can't get enough of that Robert Hack art. Derek Charm and others work on this one, so I'm on board. Check out this beautiful The Rush number 1 variant cover. This hungry earth reddens under snow-clad hills. Very evocative titling right here. This is from Nightfall Vault imprint. It's basically taking place in 1890s the Yukon Territory. Great art, realistic stuff going on. It's a horror book, I would say. Very moody, and this variant cover is just amazing. Glad I picked it up. Over at Ablaze, I picked up Laura and Other Stories. This is from William Marsh. I think I'm saying that right. And, okay, from the artist of Batman and the Joker. Who cares? This is the creator that worked on Carmen, which I really liked. That was over at Image. There was that famous Manara variant cover doing what Manara does. But the story over on Carmen was great. It was heartbreaking. There was a lot of thoughtfulness in it, metaphysicality in it. Kind of a sad story, but comics should have the full range of emotion. And this is from the same creator, but sort of side story perhaps, or different story and whatever. And I can't wait to read this one, and that's been an enjoyable creator from their previous work. The WTF comic book of the day is Carriers number 1 variant cover. Has there ever been a comic published in the history of the world, nay, the universe, that dealt with superhero pigeons? No, we're not talking about the Good Feathers from Animaniacs. They were not superheroes. These are superheroes. Check out this art. And so, yes, this is superhero pigeons. This is hilarious. Even the girl pigeon has like cute eyebrows and eyelashes. And then there's this tough pigeon over here. I don't know what's going on with this. I can't wait to read it, but this is comic books. This is the world of comic books. It's a little bit of everything for everyone. Carriers number 1 of 5. And we'll wrap up the show with Never Never number 1. This is from Heavy Metal Comics. So it's a different interpretation of the Peter Pan mythos, just told from a new and different perspective through the lens of Heavy Metal Comics. So obviously a little bit more grown up and the like. So I got here variant cover number 2. I'm glad John McCain was able to write a comic book before he passed on. That's a joke. But anyway, this is Never Never number 1 from Heavy Metal. And that was a selection of comic books I picked up this month. A bunch of issue number 1s, except for this one, and variant covers. What did you think? What did you like that I got? What did you like that you got? Tell me about it in the comments. What should I be picking up? What did I miss out on? Tell me about it in the comments. Don't forget to join me on Whatnot for some cool comic book sales. Lots of great deals there. It's been fun so far. Find me as vmcampos, of course. Or follow the link If you enjoyed this video and all of the comic book content that I publish, consider pressing the join button here on YouTube or Patreon. Become a member of the VmCrew for $1. Every little bit helps and keeps the show going. The future of the show is in your hands, $1 at a time. The best way that us creators know that you're loving our stuff is with the thumbs up, of course, but then with the dollar symbol by reaching into your wallet and pressing join. You know what I mean. I would really appreciate it. If you can't quite pledge at the moment, though, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, ring the bell, battle the Minotaur, do all that good stuff. Help me go viral. This has been vmcampos, and I'll see you in the next comic book video.